Hello guys, this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome to my channel. Right, thank you so much for coming in to this Forex Live Trading. Alright, thank you so much for coming in guys. Well, for people who just come in, alright, so remember to click the button like here, subscribe, and also remember to ring up the bell. Alright, okay, so again today we are going live in a few platforms and channel. Okay, so yes, right. So I'm going to see all of you over here together. OK， 好了，还是一样，我还是会用英文和中文讲解哈。OK，所以呢，在这里哈，就希望说大家能听得懂哈，不明白的话可以问，好不好？OK，All right，so 来在这里啊。OK， 大家都吃饱了吧哈 ？OK，people in the Asia, I believe this is the time where you are actually after your dinner already, right? So now you can sit back and relax, okay, with me over here, okay? So remember, come on guys, give me a like on my video first, alright? Give me a like on my video, okay? So in this video, okay, we are going into the live chart, okay, and I'm going to explain, okay, what are the factors that are going to happen and what are the things that we should take note, okay, in this live chart in this US market, okay. All right, so again, hi CK 你好 Roger, right, Roger, and Mika, I'm staying up again. You're staying up again, all right. Okay, thank you for staying up for me over here in Australia. Am I right? You are in Australia. Okay, thank you so much. And Hubert, I am enjoying my pre-dinner before I before I what that's a German word I don't understand. Okay. All right, thank you so much. 好的 Mr. Xia 你好 Man Y 你好 KH 你好 All right, so Jenna 你好，是不是准备要开直播了哈？也是要开直播的，对不对？9点钟哈，是不是？哇！这个市场啊，现在全部都是在开直播的，对不对？都一直在做直播的哈。OK， so yep, right. Hi Derek, nice to see you here. Okay, thank you Derek for coming in. Alright, so, 很冷。Alright, so yep, I hope everything is good now over there. Okay. So can just take a look, OK， OK 哈，你们看一看这样的 ，OK， Alright， hi, OK, yes, right. So do you have any trades today? OK, you got your TP from this my Forex trading plan, OK. Right, maybe you want to tell me, okay, which are the currency pair that you have gotten your profits, okay, earlier on for the first half in the Euro hour, okay. Then we will go through why and how you actually get the TP, okay, alright, okay. 来跟我一起分享一下好不好？跟我分享一下说你们现在是。有拿这个上半场的时候有没有拿到任何的一个 TP？ 然后我们一起回顾一下，好不好？回顾一下呢，让这个记忆啊会更好一些，好不好 ？OK，All right，EU TP 哈 ，Man Y，OK， 很好 ，OK，EU 哈 ，OK，Right。Roger, thank you for sharing out the video. Okay, well, thank you guys for sharing out the video for me. 谢谢你们。OK， EU 还有 GU。OK，Mr. Xia EU。OK，that's good, very good. 好了，我们来看一下哈。OK， 等一下，好的 ，OK 。这个 IG 这边好了啊 ，OK， 谢谢你们啊，真的非常感谢你们。在不同的时空里啊的马来西亚人呢，还抽空来上直播 ，OK， OK 哈 ，OK， 刚吃完午餐，神有空 ，OK 啦，好啊。 现在一般在西班牙都是这个时间吃午餐，然后就可以休息一个，就是总共那个 lunch break 是3个小时，对不对？在西班牙的这个 lunch break 是3个小时哈、你们是3个小时，对不对？3个小时哈，OK 啊。好了，来，我们来一起看一下 EU 好不好？OK，let's、take a look at EU 先啦哈。Okay, let's take a look at EU. All right, so let's see how actually we can let's recap so that we know that how you actually gotten your TP and you have you refresh the memory so that all this as a memory recap so that you can remember how the charts looks like. Then from there you will be able to capture the image in your memory so that you will be able to uh, you'll be able to bring out the information in your memory the next round, okay, when you are actually trading, okay, and you will be able to see that, oh, this is the kind of chart that I'm looking for, you see. All right. Yes. Hi. Ju Ju Juvo, I'm sorry, Junova, right? Junova, where are you from? Okay, Junova. Right, Junova, and well, if you're first time here, remember to click the subscribe button, all right? And give me a like, subscribe, and ring out the bell for me, right? Thank you so much. I will be holding this session in 2 languages, one in English and followed by the Mandarin, all right? Okay, Stanley, 你好, right? Okay, so now we can start. Okay, let's start, guys. Okay, right, let's start. Okay, so now let's take a look at EU. All right, EU. First of all, if you can see, we are actually looking for a red dot. Okay, in my system here. Okay, we are looking for a red dot over here. Am I right? Okay. 好吧，那个 the red dot, can you see it's over here? Yep, over here. So actually at this point of time, okay, when we are actually looking for a red dot over here, why? It's because this part here is actually giving us a signal of selling when the resistance is around this area. OK， 好吧，那么我们来看一看红点出现的时候啊，其实是一个 signal 告诉我们呢，在这里啊压力开始进来了哈，有人丢钱进来哈，市场开始有钱有量进来了，要做空的好不好 ？OK， so at that point of time, OK。At that point of time, when guys you are entering for a trade, am I right? Okay. At that point of time, as you are entering for a trade, okay. Over here, let's see. Let me replace this. Okay. Okay. Over here now, red dot over here. H1, we have a resistant candle. Okay, resistant candle. Okay. And then you have a red dot over here. Aqua is below the white line. It's also a symbol, okay? It's also a symbol to tell us that actually there's a chance for a short. There's a chance for a short, okay? So what we are looking at, there are 3 important factors that we need to know. One is the direction where we use H1. We have a red dot over here, resistance formed, okay? Then Aqua is below the white line showing that currently the traders are still doing the short. Okay, we are still within the resistance area. Okay, so you see over here the second thing that we are looking out is for the strength. Okay, so let me go in the Mandarin for just now the first part. 红点出现 OK， 那个绿色蜡烛、红色蜡烛出现的时候是一个压力，对不对？好了，那么呢，这个水蓝线在白线下面，其实这个是要找方向。我们有3大要点：方向、力度、进场点。那么呢，这三点里面，OK， 就是不是那个3点啦，好不好？是3要点在这里哈 ，OK， 这3要点里面哈。这3要点里面呢，我们要找的是方向，所以1小时里面呢，我们其实在看的话是找方向的 ，OK 啊，这是找方向。所以呢，在这个方向这样的形成啊，红点、绿色、红色蜡烛的出现，水蓝线在白线下面的时候，这个呢就是我们看得到的压力位置出现了，方向是要往下跌，所以我们呢的水蓝线在白线下面呢，这显示的就是呢目前的话呢，就是在我们的交易里面，我们是在 一个被压着的那个情况啊 ，OK， 在压着的情况是来做单子的 ，OK， 来做这个做空的单子 ，OK。那么呢，现在这么说，有了方向，我们就要去找力度，看它够不够力，继续再推下去，好不好 ？All right. So the next one that we are going to look for is the M5. I use an M5 as a strength indicator here. Okay, that's an indicator to tell me how strong it is to short. Okay, so I believe when the aqua line, when you see a pink arrow, aqua lines actually cuts below the white line, the crossover to white line. Okay, now you can see the red candle are all below the lines here. Is a sign of selling off, the sign of the selling, the beginning of the selling off. All right, so that is where the strength is. Okay, so we can see the market is selling off right now. Okay, and we are able to tell, okay, and that is where I actually can see. All right, okay 好了，那么这个5分钟，我是利用5分钟的这个图来看这个力度的。OK， 我要怎么看呢？Pink arrow 水蓝线割下白线，红蜡烛是在线下面，对不对？那么呢，在这一段呢，可以告诉我说，我们是在这个压力位置底下嘛，对不对？有人开始在抛售了，现在在抛出市场了 ，OK， 在抛出市场。所以呢，在这一段里面我们就知道说，当有人开始在抛的时候呢，我们也可以跟着他们，因为我们毕竟是散户，好不好？散户是没办法说在这个市场里面，我用0.01就要把这个货币的方向给转变，不可能嘛，对不对？所以我们要懂得看到市场的变动是怎么样，然后从那里呢，我就开始跟着市场去做他们要的方向。Okay, so over here, in this case, since we know the direction already, when you see this pink arrow with a crossover down to the white line, followed by the aqua line crossover to the white line, below the white line here, then over here, it started to have a red candle falling below all this aqua line. Well, then it's time for me to look out for a trigger point. Okay, let's take a look. Where's the trigger point? Okay, so basically, I enter a trade in my M1. The reason behind why I enter in the M1 is because I want to capture the very moment. I want to capture the very moment of the entry point. So that is the reason why actually I am setting up this way to setting up these rules strictly to follow it so that I can see what is the market reacting in order to follow with the market trend. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, yep. Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome to my live session. Today, I'm very proud that I'm very honored. Not very proud. I'm so sorry. I'm very honored to have you to come into my live session. I understand that I cannot mention your name, but I can only tell the rest of the world that I am very honored that you are here. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I will keep it up. Thank you. All right, so over here, how I enter a trade over here is that when pink arrow aqua is below the white line, is showing that the movement is still being suppressed by the traders. Okay, and when upon the aqua line actually cuts below the purple line over here, we can tell that the trading from the market is actually going down and breaking the exchange, the spot price of the market. All right, so that is where I will start to actually enter a trade to follow with the trend, to follow with the market, with the volume. Okay, so this is how I enter a trade. All right, OK， 那么我是这样进场的在1分钟里面。为什么我是在1分钟呢？是因为呢有这个1分钟是最当下的走势嘛，对不对？最当下的走势，所以呢，我要利用在最当下的走势呢。在这里有一个 pink arrow 的时候，水蓝线是被我们的白线压着的时候就是我们的所有的这样的情况就看得到说，市场上其实现在目前呢是有很多的这个交易员呢开始在这个市场里面就一直在做空，好不好？ 所以他们在做空的那个过程里面呢，我是散户，我不可能用0.01来改变这个0.01的手数量改变方向，对不对？所以我只能跟着他们做。所以我看到他们是现在这个价位是被压着的话呢，OK，我呢就要跟着他做了。可是我呢在外汇市场里面啊，我们呢都要记得哈、在这个外汇市场里都很重要的就是有一个东西哈、在走势的时候都会要突破它的一个交易的价位，OK，就是有一个东西叫 spot price，OK，那么呢，在这一个的话呢，这个 exchange，OK，这个就是在这一段里面的时候呢，呃，已经突破了这个直线的话呢，红蜡烛在所有的线下面的时候，这是我进场的这个地方啊。OK，所以刚才我画的那条线在这里嘛，所以你看大约在这里，你看大约在这几分钟里面呢，这个就是我的进场点了。Okay. All right. So people who have actually TP the EU, is your trigger point around this area as the same as what I have mentioned just now? 有还是没有 Yes or no? Is it around here, around this area, around this region? Am I right? Okay. I hope it's around this region. Okay. Let's see if you're doing it correctly. Okay. Yes. 好的，Good, very good. 啊哈，Hi, Mr. Bay，你好，Mr. Bay。啊哈，很好啊，很好。OK, OK, that's good, that's good. 哇，right, right, 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 right. I can see so many of you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's correct, that's correct. OK，还有吗？还有吗？Okay, let's see. Yup, yup, yup. 很好，very good. Okay, my entry is at 0915. 0915. 0915. Okay. It's about here. Okay. Yeah, it's about here, huh? Okay, let's see over here. 还有吗？你们呢？Okay. Let me see, Okay. Okay, good. Okay, that's good. 好的哈，0915. Okay, reason behind 0915 is because you are looking, you are either you are late or you are looking for a candle over here in M5 to clearly open below the aqua line. Okay, 好吧 All right. Okay. Over here, this I wouldn't say it is very late. Okay, I wouldn't say it's very late. Okay, but it's still late. Okay, but okay, okay, it's still fine. It's still fine. All right. So it is still within the region. Okay, it is still within the region. Okay, 好不好？Okay, good, good. 好的。那么在这里的话呢，现在So 你们进场的时候，重点是你们一定要知道这个背后的原理。从你1小时进场，然后到5分钟有力度，1分钟进场，哪里要进场这些Waiting for the candle to break below. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So yeah, okay, okay. So I get you, I get you. Okay. Well, that's quite true. So yeah, that's another way of waiting for the engulfing candle, which is okay. That's true. That's very good. Okay, fantastic. Okay, and if you are talking about 015, okay, so I believe that actually you are waiting for the price around maybe let's see here. Okay, yep. Okay, 015 here because here over here is zero. Yeah, okay, so one over here and OK，对，好的，可以，这样可以，OK，这个好啊，这样，OK，这样的话是比较 clear 一点的，很好很好，OK，可以，好吧？这个就要看，这个也要注意看那个空间OK，那个空间，让这个空间呢，大约的话呢是还够拿 TP 的嘛了这个要注意一下空间要懂，OK。 All right. So when you after you enter for oh no sorry before you enter for a trade, actually you must take note. Okay, you must take note of the space available. Okay, for example, if you are going to enter at this point in H1, you can actually refer back. Okay. To the previous support level to make sure that you have enough space for your TP. If you're getting 10, then make sure you have something more than 10 because you have to include the spread as well. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so over here, okay, now what we are looking at right now is that this is a way of entry that you can actually grab your profit from this way. Okay, and this also gives you the signal that you have enough space, then you short. Okay, that is good. Okay，好吧，那么来再看一下，还有一个什么 GU 对吧？Pound dollar，Pound dollar。Okay, pound dollar. Okay, let's see the pound dollar. Pound dollar over here. Let's see where we are. Ooh, pound dollar. Okay, if we are entering over here in the H1 with the RD here. Okay, and I think this one is actually coming here. I guess probably you are entering over here from this part here. Because this part here, I haven't go live yet. Okay, in the first session. So I believe either way, this may be one H1 RD. Okay, and it's moving downwards already. So over here, when it's actually moving downward here, okay, this part, if it breaks the support, okay, this is one good example of the support over here, and it become the resistance. Okay, the support over here and it can become the resistance here. All right. So in H1, when you have actually the red dot actually giving you a direction to short, same thing if you can see the consistency in the system here. All right, let's take a look in M5. Okay, in M5, whereby M5, this aqua line actually cuts below the white line somewhere here. When it go below, and there is where the resisted level is. Okay, then you see over here, if you can see red dot, green candle, red candle, this is the resistance level. Okay, this is the resistance level. All right. So this is a resistance level, and when you go to M5, okay, let's see. When M5 pink arrow aqua cuts below the white line, that moment, okay, right? So that is that is the place that actually that's the point where you can see that the candle is actually going downwards into the resisted area. This is the resisted area, correct? Okay, so from here again you can see the consistency here. All right, let me show you. Okay, whereby in M1, okay, pink arrow aqua is cutting below the white line, crossing over the purple line over here, correct? So that is where actually I will enter for a trade. So this is where I enter for a trade and grabbing my profit downwards. OK， 好吗？所以一样的东西哈，你可以看到这个东西，你会觉得哎呀很闷啊，怎么你讲的东西都是一样的？其实讲的东西是一样无所谓的，这个东西就是要每天都一样的赚钱就可以了哈，这个很重要。OK， 好，当然我是说有些时候我自己就会感觉到闷哈，所以我只是一个表情而已哈。红点你看啊，最主要就是要看到那个 consistency。OK， 如果按照这个架构来说的话呢，红点出现绿红蜡烛，对不对？然后是一个压力位置嘛，我画一条线在压力位置的时候呢，水蓝线是在白线下面嘛。那么呢，这个是一个显示说，现在目前呢往下跌的这个趋势是存在的，好不好？那么呢，我要看看力度有没有，对不对？那么在这一段里面的话，你这一看，好不好？这个 pink arrow，OK， 这里有个 pink arrow 在 M5，水蓝线割下白线的那一刹那的时候呢，红蜡烛是在这些下面，你看到吗？这个 resisted level 它在下面，对不对？好不好？在这下面，所以呢，其实你已经开始进入了，你已经进入了那个压力位置的底下，就是范围啊，压力位的范围了。所以呢，开始做空的时候啊，是非常非常的比较顺手啦，应该这么说。所以我才去到我的1分钟那里啊，找我的进场点。所以你看，刚好 pink arrow 水蓝线割下白线直线的时候，这里开始呢。好不好？这里开始上上下下之后呢，我就在这边拿我的 TP，OK， 好不好？ All right, so that's how you actually enter the trade. But I'm sure that in GU you don't enter here. Okay, so there's another way that you can enter for a trade in GU. Okay, why? After the red dot, actually, this is where it started to show you that it will start to short. Am I right? It will start to short. So at this point, you may have missed this trigger. All right. And after that, usually, okay, when there is a new, after a bull running and we are going crossing into the transition from bull to bear, okay, what you will do, what you will experience is that there will be a transition area. And this is the transition area whereby the resistance appears, but over here, the support level is as good, okay? So over here. So it can also be a transition. In this area is a transition. So once it breaks this support, okay, once it breaks this support, then when it start to retrace back, and you can see it actually the support has become the resistance, and it actually start to push back. Actually, there's a sell-off. There's a sell-off over here, and that's where you actually grab your profit. Let me show you, okay? So over here, like this, okay? It started to go up and up again. It started to sell off over here. It push up again, all right? So during this point of time, you won't have any trigger point. Trust me. Okay, let me show you. Okay. All right, let me show you. Okay, let's see. In M5, okay, the strength has go on and on and on. Okay, go on and on and on. All right. So in M1, okay, in M1 over here, you can see that the trigger has actually went down all the way so much, so much, so much. Okay, so probably, okay, there may be a chance that over here you may experience things like this over here. Oh shit, there's no pink arrow. Can I actually still short the market? Okay, it's very unlikely you can short, but you can hold. Okay, if you're holding a trade and you see such thing here, yes, from the beginning where you actually start to short earlier on from this part, and when this thing comes and this thing retraces back, don't have to panic. Okay, don't have to panic because there is a selling off. There's a selling off. All right, there's a selling off over here. So very likely over here at this point of time, okay, when there's a selling off and you see such red dot and aqua is going to cut white, cut purple, okay, just like a trigger point, just that it is a red dot, okay, over here, then you can continue to hold the trade. Okay, this kind of idea over here is for you to hold a trade. First of all, why? Why do I say so? Is because at this point over here, when it start to short down this way and it goes up, hitting on the resistance level, okay, where the support become a resistance level, then it start to short. Okay, when it start to short down, you can continue to hold because this is a sign of this type of candle formation is a sign of selling off. Okay, so you can actually continue to hold the trade. Okay, so in M1 you see such formation, red dot, aqua, cut, white, cut, purple. With this kind of H1 over here, yes, you can hold it. Of course, I don't. For me myself over here, all right. If you're holding a trade at that point of time, yes, this type of formation with M1, then you will be able to hold. That is no problem. OK， so 这里啊，我来讲华语啊。你看啊 ，OK， 在这里的话呢，往下一波一跌，突破了这个的支撑啊，这个往往呢，在这一段里面 ，OK， 这一段里面呢，我们一开始做这个牛市的时候啊，在上到这么高的时候，开始在回调要做空的时候啊，当它一割入这个许阳线这个割下这个白线底下的时候呢，在这一段呢有一个压力，又来一个支撑，这一个部分其实是一个转换的地方，方向转换的地方哈。这个方向转换的地方的过程啊，有可能它会继续做多 ，OK。可是如果呢，它能突破这个支撑的话呢，它就有办法继续做空 ，OK， 去到另外下一站的这个支撑位了哈 ，OK。好了，那么如果呢，我呢要 hold 这一张单子，从这里进场到这里的时候，这一段呢、它突破了之后，它回调对吗？ 它一回调呢，到了这个支撑变压力的地方，它掉下来的时候啊，那么呢，这里的这个老实说，用支撑变压力也是不是很对啊。可是最简单的来说了哈，OK，那么这个其实是大量的抛售的这个举动啊，产生出来给我们看，展现出来啊。所以它一展现出来啊，在这一段里面的话呢，我们呢就知道说这个呢这个点啊，其实是有很多人大量的卖掉他们的单子，所以呢，我们这边呢可以继续做空了，OK，好不好？当然，这个 hold 单可以啦哈，这样哈，进单的话也必须要符合 M5要有力度，M1一定要进长点，好不好？像这样的情况，这个 M1呢，OK，这个 M1呢，现在哈，目前我们在这一段时候看到红点，许蓝线割下白线直线，很像一个进场点，对不对？可是偏偏没有 pin arrow。好了，这种情况的话是给你 hold 单用的，你可以 hold 下去，hold 着拿着更多一点啊，这样的话是还 OK 啊，这样的情况啊。So tentatively，OK，像这样的话呢，比较说它的这个情况哈，在这里哈，在这里 hold 着下去到另外一个支撑位的可能性就很高了。OK，alright. So we have questions here. What is the meaning over the support become resistant? Okay. Previous video we have actually mentioned this. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let me explain. This part here is something that I would like to explain it also. Alright. So hang on with this. Okay. So I'm going to explain. Give me a little while. Okay. 我要解释这一段哈，这一段。我要解释这一段啊，当牛市转换为空，牛转为熊的这个过程 ，OK， 我要解释这一点。可是我先用英文先了哈 ，OK，All right，so now let me explain this part here before I go into the support become the resistance. All right，OK，whenever the bull is running, when it will come to a point, you will see this is the resistance where somewhere somehow you can find at the back, OK，and you can see there's a higher low, higher low, higher low. Am I right? Okay, so there's a resistance over here. So whenever there's a higher low, higher low, higher low, moving upwards, 比如说, example here, and here, and here, and it is still buying up, and it's still going up, buying up, buying up. Am I right? There are still traders, buyers are willing to buy at a higher price. That means to say the market for pound dollar is very strong. People are building high hopes on the pound. So the pound is still, they are willing to buy at a higher price. So very likely they are trying to break the resistance over here. Okay, so that means to say, if there's a retracement downwards and another higher low moving towards the resistance is highly likely to be break. Okay, so but however, when it start to have a resistance, it stop there, okay, and this is the resistance, right? So it's forming up to meet the previous resistance here, okay, then it will start to come down, but first of all you have to break the pattern. That means to say the resistance to break the support here, then it will start to break the pattern of the higher low towards the resistance. So by breaking the pattern over here on the support level here, is a sign of the resistance able to erase the buying volume, this part, okay, from the buyers who are actually buying at a higher price, trying to break the resistance, and they're able to erase this part. So that is why I'm saying this part is actually the transition. So traders are actually erasing the buying volume until they break it. Okay, so the second part, whereby where the seller are selling, the buyers were actually looking at the support, and they will actually pump to buy. When they actually pump in to buy, but if the price continue to break down, okay, then how? That means they are suffering, they are incurring losses. So when it comes back, when the next hour it comes back to the higher point here, okay, this part here, when it comes back, moving upwards, hitting on the entry, okay, hitting of the price of their entry, what will they do? Usually, the psychology of a trader who incurred losses, first they will be thinking, yeah, okay, it's back to it has break once, so now it's back into my entry point. Okay, I'm going to sell off my trade, close it, take it as I have a wrong trade today. All right, so a lot of buyers, previous buyers from this candle that sees this support and they enter a buy here, and after they incurred the losses, this part here, and then when you start to retrace, many of them actually exit the trade. When they exit the trade, okay, what does that mean? That means selling off. So there's another round of selling off. Am I right? So when there's another round of selling off, that it actually pushes the market down. Okay, so pushes the market downwards, and the next one to open with a resistance here. This is a pin bar here, and now going downwards again. Okay, that's good, right? So that is why people call it the support level. It becomes the resistance, where the buyers previous level, the previous candle here, they buy and they exit over here. Okay, all right. Okay, so there's a big selling off over here, huh? 好不好 ？OK， yeah， 好了，then well, that's for English. So now can I skip over? Can I go over to Mandarin? Okay, thank you for the clapping. All right, thank you for the clapping. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so 我来再说一下啊，在这里。OK，在这一段里面呢，当我们从牛市开始上来，开始走进这个要进入熊市之前呢，我们都会看到有一个呢更高的低点。什么叫更高的低点？这里是更高的高点，更高的高点嘛。它上的时候，这个高点，这个是低点，它回调，这个就变成更高的低点，相比这个价位。所以呢，这个更高的低点来到这里，更高的低点来到这里的话，再来到这里的话，它一直有更高的低点，一直在往这上面攀高到压力位置的时候呢，其实就是告诉我们市场有许多 OK， 市场有许多的这个做多的交易员呢，一直不断的在更高的价位一直买上，一直买高，一直买高，一直做多单子 OK， 做多单啊。那么呢，这个是什么意思？在这个市场上的这个心态里面不是心态啊，这个形态里面就是告诉我们说，其实他们很看好镑美，英镑会比美金强，所以他们在高的价位，他们都愿意再买入来做多单 ，OK， 就是一直买它上啊。好，那么呢，在这一段，当它遇到了开始回调的时候呢，这个是不是变成更高的低点？这更高的低点上去应该突破更高嘛，就像这里更高的低点又上去就突破这里嘛，所以很多人就在这一段的时候，它往下跌的时候变成支撑，对不对？所以很多人呢就开始做多单，希望它可以上去突破，好不好？好，很不幸的到了这里的时候呢，这个压力却压着下来了，好不好？压着下来了。所以呢，在这一段开始压制下来的时候呢，大有可能这个会是一个转换点，从牛转为空，好不好？从牛转为熊。所以呢，在这里当我们看到这样的情况，它在转换的过程，你会看到这个 pattern 嘛，这样的一个形态。所以呢，如果这个压力这力度好像这个压力不够力度，推到这里又被支撑上去，对不对？所以呢，在这里这个压力可能又在进更多的钱、更多的量呢，来继续推下去。这个一推下去的时候，一旦它能突破这里的这个支撑它会继续再往下跌。它已经破坏掉了这个的形态，所以大有可能这个就会继续跌了。跌的可能性到另外一个支撑位的可能性是很高的。OK，so 在这种情况这边是不是很多人做多？这边很多人做多也不是很多个点数嘛，就很快的就遇到了压力位置。当它压力的位置一遇到的时候呢，在下来的时候，往下做空的这一段放大一点，这里往下做空的这一段的时候，一定会有在做空的这个时候，有人要做多，一定会在想 ，OK， 我等到它来到这个价位的时候我才做。下到这里的时候呢，碰到支撑了， 可是这些人就开始进场了啊，要准备回调了。OK，因为太习惯了啊，上啊，结果呢突破继续下啊。他讲 Oh my God， 我不是做多的吗？为什么他会突破的？是不是？当他在突破的一个过程哦，那么他是不是开始？哎呀，惨了，我输钱了，我输钱了，是不是？OK 啦，他输钱的就输钱的哈。那么我在亏损的过程里面，他是不是一回到我的进场价位的时候，OK，我是不是会出场？哎呀，当这没输钱就好了，少赚少亏也是赚到了。OK，那么我就在这里，当价位回到这个价位的时候，它呢就在这一段里面，我就会放手了。我把我的棒美卖掉了。当我打棒美卖掉的时候，这个是什么意思？就是我放掉单子，我放掉单子了。那么呢，我放掉单子是不是有大量的空单进来？是不是？所以呢，这一个这样的蜡烛的形成啊，就会告诉我们这个是一个空单的形成。然后呢，接下来又有一个新的压力位再出现的话，这个会跌的到另外一个支撑位的可能性就很大了，好不好？这个跌到另外一个支撑位的可能性就很大了哈。OK，所以呢，这样的话哈，你要去理解，的个整个1小时这样开始转换过来的时候，它的那个过程是不是会有压力和支撑？就是像这样，这个压力出现下来的时候，它呢不够力，这边可以推的再突破上去，但是这一次没有突破，的话，它是不是有可能再下来再尝试一次？因为支撑压力的原理，支撑不突破，那么就要上去突破压力，压力不突破，它就要下来突破支撑，好不好？OK，所以呢，我们这样一看的话，它突破的话呢，我们就知道它已经破坏掉整个的那个形态了。所以呢，它呢在这里一破坏那个形态的话呢，可能呢在下面做单子的人就会吓到了，已经会怕了。做长线的人可能会说：“哎呀，糟糕了，在上面的这个价位已经被脱掉了，所以现在我要怎么办？我现在是不是应该要，是不是突破了这个？我这里有赚钱嘛？我这里还有赚整60个点数啊！好了，我就把它给卖掉了。所以当它在这里，它卖掉的话，是不是会加重那个空单量？所以它才会一直在下。OK，好，这个很重要哈。OK，所以当这样的情况发生的时候呢，我们就要很清楚知道说，我们在解读的时候，我们这个行情在走的时候要怎么去看它。这样的话呢，我们才可以呢，知道说这个进场进的对不对，当下的情况是怎么样，然后呢，我们呢就会按照当下的情况，用我们的不同的招数，学过的招数来进场。OK，all right。Okay, so I'm going to break it down to a shorter one. Okay, so that the English and the Chinese you won't be too boring if I speak either one for too long. Okay. All right. So yep. So again, okay, let me have a drink. Okay. Okay. All right. And I have to take constant water. Okay, to moisture my throat, moisturize my throat. Okay. Okay. 好吧 well. So there's one thing that I would like to share with all of you is from pound yen. All right, pound yen. So pound yen is similar to pound dollar. Okay, it's very similar to pound dollar. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Pound dollar. All right. So this pound dollar, same thing, is going up and up and up and up. Okay, the support, a higher support, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay, over here. All right, it's moving towards the resistance level where we can see the resistance level is here. Correct. Okay, so at this point of time, at this at this part of the resistance, the support level is actually here. Can you see the support level? Like I said this morning, okay, I was saying that if this resistance is not breaking, you may have a short-term gain. Okay, because I'm looking at this part here, you have about 40 to 50 pips. Okay, before it hits on the support and form a new support. Okay, so now it's breaking, so it is good. So that means it's moving down to the next support level. Okay, which is very highly possible. All right, OK， 好 ，next 讲英文讲完了就讲华语哈。这个棒美啊跟棒日其实很相似。记得我刚才在开始讲的这个 live 的时候呢，有没有看到说这个开始在一直攀高攀高攀高，对不对 ？Higher low higher low， 再来 higher low， 对不对？那么这一段里面，这个 higher low higher low 到这里啊，那么呢现在就是继续再上去，对不对？结果产生出你看这一段 ，OK， 这一段是不是又有压一点下来，就直直在上到压力位？可是这个压力位呢，碰到之前的压力位，它呢没办法突破了，它往下跌下来 ，OK， 往下跌下来。那么往下跌下来，我就说，我今天在直播的时候，刚才的直播哈，我就说这个呢有一个短暂的盈利点啊，40-50个点的这个空间。那么如果它往下跌的时候呢，这一段呢，你们可以拿的话就可以拿一点。不过呢，可能到了支撑位置，它还会再弹得更高上去，所以这个有一点风险啊哈。可是现在这个它呢，这个 pattern 啊一直在上，这个规律一直这样上，可是已经被破坏了。它现在被破坏了，同样的故事情节，这样棒日这样啊就出现。所以呢，这边一有，所以我每次说这种啊，有些单子是要先突破了，回来形成压力，在支撑位置底下形成压力才进单子，就是这个就是这个意思哈。OK， 所以呢，你可能会等上几个小时之后，它真的在支撑位置底下啊，形成了一个压力的话呢，啊，就真的有的做空了哈。OK， 所以这个就是那个意思啊，跟棒美的意思是一样的。OK， 跟棒美的意思是一样的。好啊。Okay, so yes, yep, that's right. Okay, so probably we actually looking at all these right now. Okay, I would like to say is that over here we can see that this whole chart is actually going long in the bull, very strong bull. Am I right? Okay, it's a very strong bull. So over here, as you can see, if it's a very strong bull, okay, and that is where it's actually trying to push as high as possible. Well, we know that it will push as high as possible, correct? Well, so you have to take note of the pattern over here. Whenever each part, okay, you have to break the pattern, and then it will continue to short further, and it will depend largely on the formation later on. We cannot say that, oh, it breaks the support here and it will start to come down all the way until here. Wow, 800 pips. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 800 pips. Okay, no. Okay, don't ever predict the market. Don't ever guess it. Okay, always check. Okay, always check what is happening right now. You have to understand the situation before you actually go into a trade. Okay, that is very important. Okay, I think 那个很重要哈。我们做交易员的话呢，不可以就是哎呀，这个 pattern 已经没有了，已经被这个形态已经被破坏了，这个规律被破坏了。那么现在就是要直接往下跌了。好了，我现在马上进场，然后设置一个 TP 在底下的支撑位，比如说蓝箭头到这边。好了，我去做一个800个点，好吗？走长线呢、放800个点。OK， 不可以这样哈，因为它的这个开始往下跌的那一个部分之后的形态呢，也是非常重要，告诉我们它会不会下到一半，可能又再回调上去呢？是不是 ？OK， 所以这个是非常重要的一件事情啊。Okay, right, guys. Okay, time's up, huh? Okay. My guys is waving at me already. Time's up, time's up. Okay, so prepare yourself with some questions, okay, or some of the currency pairs that you want to analyze together, okay. So then we take a 5 minutes break. 好，我们休息5分钟一下，然后呢，我们再回来，好不好？休息一个5分钟，我们再回来一下。大家也要先离开一下啊，不要盯着那个电脑，这样一直盯着。你一直盯着看的时候呢，我告诉你，这些本来你看得懂的东西，你都变成看不懂了，好不好 ？OK， 所以呢，等一下我一回来，我今天就进入我的4小时的主题，好不好 OK， 所以记得要回来啊，记得要回来哈，不要离开了就不回来了啊。OK, so remember to come back because of the second half, I'm going to share with you on the H4. Okay, how to read the H4 as a general strength to assist us. Okay, how to trade. Okay, with the help in H4 so that you have a better strength to understand how you're going to go. All right. Okay. So guys, take a 5 minutes break and anyway, 5 minutes about 21:00. Okay. Sorry, not 21:00. So now we are 15:55. So we'll be back on 16:00. All right, 16:00 on the MT4 time. Okay, we're based on MT4 time. All right. Okay, so guys, I shall see you in a short while. Right, see you later on. Alright, guys, I'm back. 谢谢你们 Thank you for your patience. Alright, I hope you are still there with me. Okay. Alright, are you still there? If you are still there with me, can you give me a hi hi? Okay, a hey hey here, man. Okay, give me a hey hey. Right. 好，来大家一下，来交流一下好不好？有个嘿嘿，好不好？好不好？不然的话很沉闷哈，是不是 ？OK，来，OK， 放松一下心情哈。你们都知道我这个就是喜欢这样哈 ，Alright。OK， 在线下的课程 seminar 的时候也是一样啊，谢谢你们 Y， 谢谢 Roger，Alright，Thank you， Alright， Thank you so much. There's plenty of you. Alright, thank you. Okay, good. Alright, so yes, 1 hour has passed. It's very fast. Alright, thank you, Christine. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you so much. Okay, and thank you, Hubert. Hey. Okay, yeah, that's the way to have fun together, huh? Right. So this is very important. Okay, so we need to have all this in order to to get the fun in, right? Okay, thank you, Tan Liang. Correct, Derek. Alright, good. That's good. Very good. Okay, 很好，非常棒。Okay, so Alan, huh? Alan. Okay, Alan. Yes, Alan. Alan has a question here. Okay, let me see the question. Okay. Well, the over here. Yes. What can I do for you? Okay. Yep. Yeah. So basically, well, it's how should I say? Okay, you see, basically in forex trading, okay, you have to understand that in every investment that bound to have risk. Okay, they're bound to have risk. It's a matter of how you control the risk. Okay, so in this case, okay, Alan was asking, okay, in every investment, how to manage the risk, or is there any risk-free investment, sure win, okay, that you can put in very little effort. Okay, so technically there isn't any. Okay, okay. For example, okay, if you're buying a property, you also incur risk. Example, like probably if the crime rate is very high in the area, the property price may drop. Okay, in certain countries they are like that. Things happen like this, so it's the same thing. Okay. So so in a way that the investment that you are taking, they're about to have risk. So you must know how to control your lot size in terms of investment in this forex trading. Okay, you cannot be like putting $1,000 with one lot, two lots, three lots. That is too big. Okay, way too big. Okay, so technically, okay. There are people who actually would like to take risks. It's okay. They may have a mindset that okay, I lost this 1,000. Okay, it's fine. If I can make a few thousand out of this 1,000 by having a bigger lot size, probably it will help you. Okay, well, I would say it's not really that way. Okay, not really that way. So it is not supposed to be anyway. 好，那么他是说风险啊，风险。那么基本上呢，那个风险方面的话呢，如果说在这个风险管理方面，比如说1000块啊，你下手的话有一手、两手、三手啊，太大了，太大了。这样的话呢，是非常非常危险的一件事情。所以呢，在这样的情况很容易会爆仓，所以风险就加大了这样的话就不对了。OK， 好不好 ？All right. Okay. So yep. So you have any question, you can always shoot your question so that I can answer your question. Okay. All right. So now let's move in. Okay. Let us move in. Example. Okay. Into our trades here. H4 opens. All right. H4 open. So whenever I was saying that, okay, how many of you have actually seen my last video, my last uploaded video? If you have seen my last uploaded video, give me a number 2. All right, give me a number 2. Yeah, that means yeah, I saw it. I've seen your last video. Okay, all right. Okay, so I would say that in my last video, I was saying that how my beginner journey actually trade. Okay, how I actually identify what are the very simple technique in the forex market to grab a 5 pips trading, just a 5 pips. Okay, yes, from there, that is actually where I started to build one level of my skill to the next level of my skill, up one level by level. Okay, all right. Okay, so yes. Oh, so many of you. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so you see, uh, a lot of us actually started to learn a lot of techniques here and there, but we actually didn't know that when you are learning something new, okay, you may have actually confused yourself with the previous skill or the existing skill that you are holding on. Okay, that may not be a good thing as well. You get what I mean? Okay, so you have to grow gradually, okay, step by step, in order to capture and grab, okay, and hold on to whatever new thing that you are learning at this stage or in the future. Hold the mindset that going step by step. Okay, I think that will be so much easier. Okay, Alright，说就是说，在我这个学习哈，那么你之前学的东西，现在去学新的东西的时候，可能有些时候会混乱了，那么把之前所学的基本的都忘记。我的这个之前的5个点的这个 video 呢，你们有看过的哈，就给我一个2号哈，OK，就代表看过啊。然后呢，在这一段里面的话呢，我在表达的是我在一个非常这个基础啊，该开始学的时候呢，我用5个点来拿这个 TP。我不是说拿5个点是快还是少，可是呢，是因为为了要巩固我当下那时候哈、我所学的那个知识点，OK，好，所以接下来要学的东西呢，就不要说哇有新的东西学很开心的这样，不过呢，这不一定是适合你的，所以你要去衡量一下。Okay, all right. So the next one I'll be sharing on the how I actually accelerate. Okay, from my beginner to the next level to the next level. What did I do to actually concrete every level of my skill? All right, I will be sharing that out as well. Okay, all right. So I hope you will want to see that video. Okay, if you wish to, all right. So remember to give me a number 2 now. Okay. Hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, all right. So over here, let's see. Okay. 我们呢在这边这样看的话呢 and as a whole, okay, what we are looking at every time when we're starting to trade, okay, when we're starting to trade over here, all right, we have to understand they're bound to have some retracement, you know, in a trend. Okay, it can't be one straight candle coming down all the way. Am I right? Okay, and it's also very hardly that you can see this kind of bullish market in this pound yen for the past few weeks. Am I right to say that? Okay, so it's not easy. So there are times when there is time for a retracement, it's bound to have a retracement. Okay, so over here, what we are going to what we're going to see over here is that in H4, okay, every segment when now like now, a new segment has opened up, correct? Okay, a new segment has actually opened up. So this segment, okay, what we are going to do is that, all right, this segment, okay, we will do it in the way that it should be it should be another segment of a strategy, another segment of market. The sentiment is going to be different as well. All right. So over here, I will do it. Okay, I will do it in the way. Okay, let you see how it works. Okay, how it works. All right. Okay. So first of all, okay, I think probably we can take a look. Hi Phoebe, 你好. Okay. So now this part here, this is a pound yen going for a bull. Okay, over here the bull here, correct? So they're bound to have some retracement, correct? There's some retracement over here. 这个牛市在上升的时候呢，你会看到一些回调，对不对？这些回调都会有嘛，对不对？可是你想想看啊，现在目前我们这么说哈，OK，在这样的一个回调里面的话呢，OK，这个回调里面的话哈，我们这么说哈，在这一段里面这个回调，可是这个我要做空的话是可以的吗？其实说，哎呀，这个是回调。其实我们要想到的是说，第一点呢，这个回调是一个牛市里的回调，最终它还是要往上突破去到更高的，因为它还是在牛市里面嘛，对不对？OK，so if you are still in the bull market, if there's a retracement coming down over here, okay, and that is actually the time, that it's a retracement within the bull. So that means to say, actually, it's still just on the way. It's like a driving, to a destination, and now it's actually coming down as a traffic light is turning red, and once it turns green, it will still go up again. It will continue the journey. You see, so in a way that what you are going to experience is that probably you may enter at the lowest of the point here, and then that is where you cut the shit here, all right, and it will start to rebound back. So it's this is something that a lot of us, and including myself, during my beginner journey, I actually make such a mistake. Okay, so you have to understand. Okay, over here. Okay, that is the point whereby, okay, you must understand, you must trade with the trend. Okay, you must trade with the trend. Okay, for example over here, okay, before I go for the example let me go with the Mandarin again 所以牛市在这边再继续上的时候，往下调下来它是一个红色的蜡烛，哇，很像很可以在做空，对不对？不过呢，在这里只是一个旅程它只是休息了一下，喘口气，又再继续再走了。所以呢，可能万一你跌到这里的时候呢，万一在这一段你进场的话，马上回调就哭死人了，对不对？所以这个就不是很好了。所以呢，在这一段里面，我们就要非常注意，这个要非常注意了。所以我们这一看的话呢，现在这样讲它呢在这个里面它呢在这个附近是不是可以做空？肯定不可以因为第一呢，在牛市又遇到支撑，很快就要再回调上的更快了。所以呢，这些都很要多些东西都是要注意到的OK, all right. So then how are we going to do? What are we going to do in this case? We can't be possibly wait until it drop and all the way. Then okay, then we start to short. Of course, no. That definitely that's not the way as well. Okay, so you see, we are supposed to short at the resistance. I always emphasize, if you are selling, you should always sell at the resistance. Am I right? Okay. All right. So I can I cannot speak Italiano. Okay, I'm so sorry. I can't speak Italian. All right. So yep. Okay. So I hope I hope my English you can understand. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me continue. Okay, over here. From this part here, example. Okay. This may be a turning point. Okay. This may be a turning point over here to short. Okay. Over here. Let's take a small picture of the chart. Okay. So let's take a look over here. 我们这样看就比如说像这样这个阶段，好不好 ？OK， 像一个这样的一个阶段，那么很多时候我们在看的时候，哎呀，开始要做熊市了。对，它的确是开始要做。那么它这一阵子呢，会往下跌的一个部分那么说我可不可以从这里就开始做空，进一单去睡觉 ？OK， 躺着赚钱就可以赚1000多个点。我说很难OK， 因为当中有很多的变化，我们不知道吧？是不是？也不知道说哪一个总统又会出现，哪一个人会做什么事情，是不是？我们也不知道嘛。 Okay, so we cannot just place a bet here, place a bet. Okay, not a trade, place a bet and expecting it to run down for 18,000 pips, 1,800 pips, or this kind of concept. Correct? We cannot do that because along the way there are so many supports, there are so many changes in the market. So you have to understand things will change. Correct? So we have to be very flexible. We must be very agile to the market changes so that from that point we will be able to see where we can do a short. Okay, right. Okay, for example, over here, if this way H4, okay, H4 is a time frame where I use it for my general trending. Okay, my general trending in terms of the strength, okay. So in terms of the strength, okay, that is very important because in the general, if you can see where is the strength going up or going down. If it's going down, okay, there may be a lot of fluctuation, in the small time frame like M5 just now as I mentioned earlier on. Okay, so you have to identify H4 the general strength first. Okay, for example like this part here, as we can see, okay, after it has going for a long trip all the way, the bull is running on the long trip, and finally it comes here. Let's say it's over here. Well, it seems like it's coming into the short trend, correct? All right, so this may be in the whole of the trend is still going on the bull, but along the way it's trying to come into the bear. So this part here, please don't underestimate this part here. This part here is actually the part where actually is going into the bear market for this part, for this wave. Okay, for this swing high and now coming to swing low over here. So this swing, it actually can be considered as a bear market during this period of time. Okay, so and if you can identify the strength which is actually going down as a bear, so each time you will face retracement. Okay, what do I mean by the retracement? For example, here it's actually going down short, but now this part is going up, and this is what I call this is a retracement in the bear market because it's actually coming down. It's actually coming downwards. Okay, but this is a retracement in the bear market. So a lot of traders in the market is good at trading retracement. Okay, it's good at trading retracement. So you see, okay, let me show you. Okay, for this strategy, it's very simple in the system here. Okay, whereby if there is a swing down, you know there is a bear market. But when there's a swing up here, you know there's a retracement in the bear market. So can I short during this period of time? No. Okay, no way you can do that. Okay, Alright, so 在这里我们这样看这一波哈，这一波上来到下来的时候呢，不要小看这一小波。当你把图看得这么小的时候啊，像这样，哎呀，这是一小波而已嘛，对不对？不可以小看它，因为呢，其实在这外汇市场里面，这一波其实是很多了哈，很大的一波。可是，在4小时里面，我们要看到这整体的这个大纲里的这个力度，OK。放进去里面，然后呢，让我们可以看得到说，这个力度是不是在转换。4小时整体的力度其实是在告诉我们那个市场有没有在转换那个方向。OK，所以呢，在这一段它是在开始转换，还是已经在转换当中呢，在往下跌了。所以呢，每一次在往下跌，这个是熊市嘛，这个是一个熊市。那么这一个部分开始回调上来的时候呢，这个就是在熊市里的回调。那在熊市里的回调所以我们要怎么知道说到了什么时候才会继续在熊市走回来呢？是不是 ？OK。So the retracement in the bear, a lot of question now pop up. I know. Okay, please be patient. Okay. Over here is I would say it's kind of easy in a way. Okay. The time frame in H4, okay, is going to give you a very clear picture, okay, how it's going to be like, okay. First of all, in H4, what we are going to identify is a resistance. It's a resistance. Okay, for example, okay, over here, it's the same thing. When the bull is running high, it hits on the support, support, support. You see, it's not breaking anywhere, correct? It's not breaking anywhere. So when it is not breaking anywhere, that means to say it is still in the bull. So once the support is not breaking down, it's bound to go up sooner or later. Okay, so don't try to short it to break the support. Okay, we are supposed to trade after breaking the support. OK， 好，你看到这里吗？这里往上升上去，在这边弹啊弹啊，都是支撑位置的。所以呢，它都没有突破到的话呢，千万不要在这个时候进场来做空，来尝试突破啊！你的手数量不大的，我的手数量也不大的，所以呢没办法突破的。OK， 所以呢真的是看着它先等它上去，然后突破了以后才来说哈。OK，so once it actually raised up and come back again for the resistance level over here, okay, and it started to have a resistance as you can see over here, all right. So let's see, we zoom this part here. Okay, let me zoom this part here. All right. Okay, let me zoom. Okay, from the pink arrow, it start to turn down. Am I right? When the pink arrow turn down, as you can see, we have a red dot over here. Okay, to be exact here, you can see there's a lot of resistance up here. There's a lot of resistance up here. So the resistance actually, the candle, the trading is actually trading below the resistance area and now still trading downwards. Yeah, that's great. It's trading downwards. All right, it's trading downwards. So over here, once it's trading downwards, of course we can trade. We can trade until there's a point of time like these things happens over here, support coming again. So can I say this is the first support level from the bear, from the resistance until here? There's a first support. How do I say that? How do I determine? A red candle, green, red, green, 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 green. Okay, very obvious. This is going to be the first support. Am I right? Okay, so now, can you see a red dot? Okay, in ACS system over here, there's a red dot. So once it retraces upwards, if the red dot appears, okay, over here, you will see a resistor with a red dot. So before it actually, when you have a green and red and green, sorry, it's green, red and green, okay, it's going to be support and started to go up. Okay, when it started to go up over here, then get ready. I will always place my mind that it may even go up to the resistance area over here. Okay, it may even go up to the resistance area over here. All right, so this part, when it actually started to go up, another red dot start to appear around the resistance area. Like I say, resistance, there is no standard point or level or price. It should be around the area. It should be in the area of this resistance. So when they started to go up again, the red dot appears here. Okay, that means to say it's trying to break the resistance. But if green candle appears without breaking the resistance here, over here, and the red candle appears again, started to short, okay, started to take over the green candle. That means to say the red candle started to go down this way into the previous green candle body, okay, and this part, it is on the way. So the resistance is not breaking. So over here is where we actually can take a short already. Okay, get ready to take a short. Okay, but over here, this area is the resistance. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm talking about resistance in the H4, whereby you can identify the turning point. Okay, the turning point, the ending of the retracement. The bear market come down, retrace upwards without breaking. The retracement will end at the resistance. Okay, that is where the resistance. The retracement going to end soon. So a lot of us actually trading in, whether you are trading in the forex, in the gold, in the stock, in the silver, in metals, in gold, in oil, whatever. Okay, this is a very common technique that everybody is using, which actually it still helps. All right. Okay. 好了，那么在这里let me go in the Mandarin again. All right. So 在这里的话呢， 这个是不是一直上来这里的时候制造一个压力位置，红点出现开始往下跌，一跌的时候在这里形成一个红绿绿的时候，支撑位置没办法突破就开始上。当它在开始一上的时候呢，我就会回头一望，回头往左边看看我的压力位置是在哪里，红点处在的地方在哪里，那么那个压力位置是在哪里了，好不好 ？OK，so 当它一开始回调的时候呢，的那一刹那呢，其实我就大概知道说我的压力范围就是在这一段，好不好？那么如果它真的上来到这里的话，在不突破的情况下，绿色蜡烛不突破的情况下，变成有红色蜡烛下来，红色蜡烛的实体开始呢，已经开始进入绿色蜡烛的实体的时候，有红点跟之前OK， 它的范围就是在这里了。那么呢，我就知道说，在整体来说4小时的力度开始反转，整个大纲要开始反转回那个方向。原来的方向是什么？原来的方向是牛还是熊？我们这一段 OK， 我们现在在讲的这一段是在讲熊市，对不对？所以在讲熊市的这一段里面看到它呢在这一段开始回调的时候呢，这就是我们要看的东西。所以呢，这个就是开始了，让我们知道说它的回调已经要结束。所以你们每一次呢都听到我说回调啦，回调要结束啦，这个回调在哪里要结束啦，这些东西其实我就是这样看的。哎呀，惨啊，我的秘密告诉你OK， 喜欢我的秘密的话，打个 thumbs up 给我好不好 ？OK， 打个 like 给我好不好？OK， 所以我们这样看这个是通常一般呢，我们是使用在这个范围有一个在这个熊市里面开始滑落的时候，又有回调。我们首先要看到的是它的这个回调呢，是不是处在了这个之前的压力位置那么我们怎么看？先找蜡烛绿红红的啦，红点冰 arrow 啦，这里画一条线的那个部分。当它开始在回调，我就看这个了，我就把这个标准先定在这里它应该会来到这个范围了。OK， 好不好 ？Alright. So yeah, that's how I actually define over here. Okay, when actually the resistance here come back green here, so I will start to look back. So this is I will take it as a reference over here of the area of resistance. So roughly the price. There's no exact price that actually go direct and point on the price, am I right? Price, okay. So definitely it will not be. It's just only an area. It's just only an area, okay. So this area over here, once it's typed to a green and red candle, engulfing into the green candle, and that is where we know in the whole of the general trend, the retracement is ending. Once the retracement is ending, it's coming back to the prevailing trend, which is the bear trend. And then from there, we can start to look out for our entry point. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, for example, this part here, this is the first support from the turning down. Okay, and this is the transition. Remember the transition. So when it goes up again to retest the resistance, it failed to break. Okay, it failed to break out. And it start to turn back again, that means to say it will start to break, it will start to go down trying to break the support level here. So over here, when it start to break this, very high chance, okay, when it start to retrace upwards again, support, buyer comes in to buy, but they incurred losses, they hit on this, and you can see there's some retracement coming down, about 30 over pips. These are all the selling off. These are all the selling off from the previous buyer that incurred losses. However, it's still going up to retest the resistance again. So you see when it have support coming up. For this instance, for the support coming up here. Okay, now I'm talking about here. Alright, 现在我就讲到这里了在这里突破，这个就是那个转换的地方嘛，转换的区间嘛。所以第一个这样下来的时候，上去的时候不能，下来的时候这个支撑，第一个支撑能突破的话，是不是要像一个走进熊市要猛跌的？可是不可能直接一突破就是这样跌下来嘛，不可能嘛。所以呢，它来到这里的时候形成支撑的话呢，我又要怎么看？又是在重复，我把我的之前的这个 压力位置，往左边看回去，这个是我的压力位置的范围，好不好？压力位置的范围。所以呢，在这一段里面，我会在这样看的话，它应该要上到这个范围，就如果不突破，还是会继续做空。所以呢，在这里啊，它一有红绿在绿上去的时候呢，这一段里面就可以开始往左边一看，你就大概就看到那个压力位置在哪里了，好不好？Okay, so for this, there's a special point here. Okay, over here. Can you see the support level? When the buyers comes in to buy at the support, there's a support level. So when the price come here, I buy. Correct? Most of the retail trader will do that. Am I right? Okay, so we buy, but unfortunately, it break down and continue to short. Holy shit! I actually go into the losses. So luckily, it has a support come back. It hits on my entry point. So I was looking at this whole thing. Now it's a bear trend. So should I sell off my buying trade? Okay, so a lot of us actually will sell off the buying trade. So over here, it will become a support, become a resistance. So when the support become a resistance over here, there will be a short-term selling off. Okay, it may turn down to short further, but I'm not sure. But we must know the support become resistant. It may turn down for a while, which is it may be temporary. It may be temporary. Okay, so you see, if there's a red dot coming out here, okay, that means to say this support become resistant. It can be quite strong. So it may be also a very good way to grab some profit over here. Okay, but support to become a resistance, is it a trending market? If it's not a trending market, then it may not continue to short. Okay, it may not. All right, we must identify this is still not a trending market yet. Okay, so it may continue to go up to hit on the resistance area over here. Then I will start to take a trade. Okay, and start to take a trade because I know the general trend is starting to turn down. Because H4 is meeting a resistance, that is where the H4 is actually a turning point in the whole general trend, correct? So we are actually wanted to give a short. Then we'll start to go into our usual H1RD, M5, M1, all this. Okay, then we'll start to check. All right. So now, okay, 所以在这里啊，now use Mandarin 在这里啊有一个比较特殊的这个情况就是。第一个支撑，这里很多人大量的买入做多，因为这里有支撑嘛。一般的这个散户，我们都会这样做，对不对？因为支撑压力的原理嘛，所以很多人会在那边做多。做多的话，当它往下跌空的时候糟糕输钱。那么呢，如果它开始回调的话，是不是很开心？回到这个进场价位了。OK， 我看这样再回去再重新看一次的话。这里已经变成下跌趋势的话呢，在熊市的话，我就不敢 hold 这了嘛，对不对？所以大有可能它在这里的话呢，就会往下跌了。OK， 这里就会往下跌了。所以当我抛掉、我卖掉我的多单的话呢，它就会变成做空。做空呢，在这种情况没有红点的话它大多数只是说可能暂时做一个小回调回来而已。OK， 只是做一个小回调回来而已，好不好 ？OK， 所以。这个的话呢，我不指望很大的回调啦OK， 我不指望。如果点的话呢 ，OK， 那又不一样了。OK， 好了，我想请问一下，在马来西亚的马来西亚人 ，OK， 有多少人还在线上的，好不好？可不可以给我一个5号，说个 Hi， 5号，可不可以看一下因为这边好像有一点点的这个。故障我怕等下你们听不到了。Alright, so yeah, OK， 马来西亚的马来西亚人，OK， so please give me your number 5， 5号，好不好？给我一个5号没有人糟糕了，真的是没有人哎呀，打一下，把那个打那个5号来拉5号上来，拉多一点好不好？拉多一点上来好不好 ？push 一下，我不知道你们听得到，我根本都看不到。 不是你们啊，我在说马来西亚，马来西亚人在马来西亚的直播的那个 group 啊，OK 多一点哦，有没有？有没有？没有哦，糟糕了，哎呀，怎么样了？啊，有了，看到了，有没有？哎，我看到了，OK，很好。哎，有，哎，Thank you, my wife, Linus, Mr. Bay, CK, Christine，对吗？都是这些人啊 Isabel, 38 VR，OK，Mr. 虾，好，OK，Good，很好，OK，有了就可以了，OK，好了，有了就可以了，谢谢大家，OK，还有 Phoebe 啊，OK，谢谢，还有啊，OK，谢谢啊，不然的话突然间不见掉哦，OK。以后我给你们看我的幕后是怎么样的。Thank you, Derek. Thank you，谢谢你。OK，好，来我们来继续哈。OK，let's continue。OK，好，所以在这里在这种情况OK，我一看到它如果在这个情况没有红点的它回调下跌的话可能这种是小回调，一个暂时的。那么呢，在这一段里面我还是会去做单子，可是我就有一个思维，就是我知道说这个是暂时的回调，所以呢，在这个暂时的回调里面，我呢就会注意一下那个支撑位置的空间，点数有多少，我才来决定要拿吗？不然的话，就是在这一段的话呢，我就会往左边看，它是在这里，那么呢，这样看过来，它还是在这个范围里面。那么如果它还是在这个范围里面的话呢，再来一次，我还是会知道说它转换为空的时候，我就会开始继续再回去 HRD 找力度啦，找进场点的方式去进场。OK， 它在这边下跌的时候，你看到吗？它开始回调了。OK，I'm so sorry. Guys, you are listening to English. Let me finish this part in Mandarin first. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you have crossed the 3 minute for Mandarin. Okay, right. Alright, so yeah, okay, I will be back very soon. Okay， 好了，那么我们再看的话在现在这个阶段里面，现在这个真的是在到这个压力位置，开始又有一个支撑在突破，对不对？支撑在突破的那个过程里，同样的嘛 ，OK， 会有可能是不是又有人又要做多了？可是现在应该不会啦，因为现在这个情况很大的可能性是还是有人会这么做。OK， 不过呢，还是会有人这么做的啦。OK， 总而言之是有人这么做，然后呢，在这边往下做空亏损，我就是那种人OK， 比如说在 beginner stage 的时候，OK 来了 ，OK 我就这样做多，哎呀亏损了，对不对？然后回调的时候，这个时候它回调到这里的时候呢，是不是之前的支撑就变成压力位置？哎，可是这一段就不一样了，当它开始这里回调了红又绿的时候，我是不是在看回左边的压力位置？左边的压力位置 OK， 所以这个的话我就这样看了OK， 所以我现在回去讲英文先OK， so you see at this point of time OK the English one I'm back alright so yeah okay so over here okay oh you're from Chicago yes if you're not coming back I shall go okay well that's a good one thank you so much okay so let me continue this part here. If it really hits on the resistance over the previous resistance and it started to have building up some support, struggling to break, am I right? Okay, so ultimately when it breaks, I believe in this market they're bound to have buyers actually swing in to buy, am I right? So if I'm the buyer, let's say, I will be incurring a lot of losses here. So what to do? I may be waiting for the point when it actually started to reach this point, it become a support level, reaching the support level. But of course, as we know, the actual support level is above this range. And the bottom here, okay, is all the resisted area. Am I right? Okay, so you see, if we want to push it out back to the support area, it needs a lot of funds, it needs a lot of volume, The currency must be very strong to break the support. Okay, so but however over here, there are buyers actually who actually incurred the losses and give up their trades, the previous trades here, that actually become a selling trades, and it will start to come back and start to short below the support level. So that's the reason why I always say, if you want to enter a trade, wait for a new resistance below the support level whereby people are selling off. So there are points in the system that you can see that one part here is a selling off or is a new resistance. Okay, so let's see. Okay, if we take a look over here, if the red dot actually appears here where the support become resistant, so that means to say earlier on the market where the previous buyers here has already incurred losses, and actually they have already exited the trades, or maybe they has a heavy selling off over here with a red dot appear. So that means to say this part here with a red dot is very highly likely is going to break the support down here, which the support actually pushes this wave. Okay, so with a red dot over here, is highly likely is going to come to the support, the previous support of the wave. Okay, then it may have a high chance to break the support here. Okay, how that it will going to break later on. Okay, I will come to that. 好了，again Mandarin，alright。OK，在这里啊，我们这么说哈，OK，在这一段里面呢，如果呢这一部分再回调上去，是不是支撑变成压力？就很多人大量放手，就是之前这里放手嘛。可是如果现在看到红点的话呢，会看到的是那个放手的量很大，或者呢新的支撑、新的这个做空的量大量的进入。哎，那么有红点跟没红点是没区别嘛？其实是有区别的，好不好？它的区别呢，就是大有可能这个价位呢，它一旦一出现的话哈，OK，那么呢，在其他的周期有了进场点，力度全部都 OK 的话呢，它很大的可能性呢，它会往下跌的时候会到之前的这一波的支撑位置，有很大的可能性，好不好？你看看这个啊 ，OK， 现在我把它拉下来了啊 ，OK， 现在把它拉下来到这里。你看这里是不是有一个 A 字？我们所学的一个 A 字嘛。所以呢，在这个波里面呢，这一波里面，这个 A 字的话呢，其实我们知道这个叫做一个支撑的 ，all right。So if I drag down the support level, when it hits here, as you can see, the support level here, it forms an A, correct? So this is a double bottom, and there's a double bottom, it forms a very strong support, correct? So if the red dot appears up here that is below the support, become resistant. So I drag this down to show that the support has become a resistance. The red dot stop here, the resistance building out here, and that is where we are looking for a short, the potential to break this wave, okay? Or the potential to come to this point, around this level. I would say definitely this price, okay? There's no definite price, okay? So over here, this is actually where you can see the whole trend is turning down already. The whole trend is turning down. So, okay, so take a look. When it started to break it lower, now, is it what we see? The current low is lower than the previous low of the support. Previous low, correct? So it's lower low, lower low, lower low. So it seems like it's going to be a trending. Am I right? Okay, so unfortunately, if there's a support again over here, well, there's a support again over here, this part. When there's a support over here, it's going up, I will be looking at the previous red dot again, the previous resistance again. Okay, the previous resistance again. Okay, so estimate it should go until here, where the price started to build up. Okay, when it started to build up, hey, Eric, you see there's a support become a resistance. Can I short it? Yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can. It may be here and it may come back again. However, if there's no red dot, okay, and there's no signal of the buying into it, and doesn't seem like it's going to be a good one. Okay, so okay, I will still reference back to this resistance, the previous resistance with the red dot over here, targeted the next resistant turning down point, it should be around this area. Can you see? It should be around this area. So indeed, it happens here, come back again, and it happens here, come back again. Correct? Okay. So as you can see, this is not a trending market. When it is not a trending market, don't expect to see something like this. Support become a resistance where red dot appears. Okay. Oh yeah, support resistance. Yeah, enter. All right, for a selling or for okay. So, but of course, I'm not telling you to sell at this point right now because this is H4. This H4 is actually to show you, to tell you, okay, the previous resistance with the red dot over here like this, or the support become resistant, how strong it can be and how far it can go. All right. So you will have a rough idea. You have a clearer direction. Okay, rough idea where it will go and stop to become a resistance, and a clearer direction that how many pips that it can go. Okay, that will actually continue the area for you to grab your profit. Is it safe enough to grab that profits? You get what I mean now? Okay, so we have to identify the situation first. So the situation to identify the turning of the strength from bull to bear in H4. That is in H4. Okay, in the general strength, it is turning downwards, but when it will be. Okay, so when you look at this, in H4, well, this is where you can see. Well, this is where you are actually looking out for. Am I right? Okay, so these are very common techniques. Okay, that we actually you can see that a lot of okay, I mean the I would say yeah. Okay, many of these traders are using these kind of techniques. Okay, but it's still okay to be a profitable trader for this kind of techniques. It's simple, so it's much easier to understand when you break down the time frames and set rules for that, and you enter according to the structure, and definitely you will be able to achieve it. Okay, all right. Okay, first of all, let me ask a question. Okay, do you understand when I say this part here, what I have said just now? Do you understand? Okay, for the English, if you understand, give me number two. Okay, give me a number two. All right, if you understand, give me number two. All right, OK 那个这些我讲解的这一些的话呢，我们要注意知道4小时是一个大图形整个大趋势的那个转换，它是从牛市转成熊市，从熊市的回调上来了之后，什么时候要转下去 ？OK， 所以我们在4小时里面，其实每4小时开蜡烛的时候呢，我们其实是可以看得到它的转换在哪里会出现。大概我们知道说范围从这里支撑着开始上来的时候，我可以大约看一下是在这里吗？这个红点，那么还是在这个支撑变压力的地方。如果它上来的时候红点出现停了变绿红的话呢，这个支撑变压力的大量抛售的可能这个 data 就在那边出现了。那么呢，红点出现在这里OK， 如果它不出现的话呢，就是应该没什么了OK， 那么这个是给我们看空间有多少，我们比较有信心说在找回 HYRD 5分钟图1分钟图进场的时候呢，就会更加有把握说我们有空间足够让我们 TP 吗 ？OK， 好，这些都要懂如果理解的话呢，中文的打上2号给我好不好？打上2号给我 ，All right，OK， 打上2号给我OK， 好的 ，All right，so you are the man. Why? The Bitcoin hitting 65 mark. Oh, really? Okay. Well, okay. Anyway, it's just a guess. Okay. It's just a guess for Bitcoin hitting 65 mark. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So 好那么这里OK。Mika was Mika, yes, you understand, Yeah, okay, that's good. All right. Shooting star. Shooting star. Okay, yes, but not today. Not today. We don't have time for shooting star today. Okay, we don't have time for shooting star today. All right. OK， 好了，那么 All right, good. That's very good. All right, very good. So I believe for so many of you actually have a number two out here, over here. All right. OK，还有在马来西亚也是有很多了哈。OK，很好，大家大致上都可以理解哈。OK，很好，很好。好的，呃，所以呢，在总结这一小段哈，这个下半场的这个4小时是一个转换，OK，它的力度的转换是在这一段哦，OK，开始它是在熊市回调，什么时候要转换回熊市？OK，就是这个就是我要表达的东西，我们要怎么看呢？哈，OK，我们要怎么去看？OK，好，所以呢，在这一段里面呢，当然还要记得不是百发的哈，不是百发百中的哈，OK，所以呢，在这里呢，还是说一个参考，在这边看得到说它的情况是怎么样，然后我们呢才进行，那当它开始符合的条件才可以进行交易的，OK，好不好？OK，对，就是这样了。All right, so okay, let me talk about H4. Okay, H4 is actually where I set the time frame here for H4 is to actually tell us that in the bear market, if there's a retracement, okay, when will the retracement ends and will go back to the prevailing trend. Okay, we are waiting. We know that this is a bear. Okay, but we must also know the retracement started. Okay, so when will be the ending of the retracement and going back to the prevailing trend? Okay, so these are all the guides. Although it's not foolproof, but then again, this will be a good guide that for us in the system here, okay, all this system here, that we can give us a very clear mind that what are we going to do next. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, all right. Well, do you have any questions for me? I want the Hubert team. All right, the team of Hubert. All right, from Germany. Okay. 好了，那么韩国 Korea. Okay. Do you have any okay questions for me? 好不好？台湾的，台湾的不管我的啦啊。OK，台湾的都不理我的。你们，我都知道，我在直播，你们在拍火锅你们在拍火锅给我看真是的。IG 的朋友很多很多回应是不是 ？OK， 非常感谢是的，为什么你的 YouTube 跟你的 IG 不一样呢？怎么不一样的？都一样长得不一样是长得不一样Okay, we have a question here. Okay, by Jacqueline. All right, Jacqueline from US. Okay, thank you, Jacqueline. All right, so can I have your question, please? From grabbing that 5 pips standing for the past 6 months, I have created a record here, which is very good. However, by deciphering on this strategy, I have an issue of late entry. Okay, so you actually always have a late entry. Okay, so you need to have a structure. You have to follow the structure very strictly. Okay, by you see, step one, what are you going to do? Identify the directions. Okay, then step two, you need to identify the strength, and then you continue with entering your entry. Okay, so that is how when you are checking one step after one step after one step. Okay, if by the time you want to enter for a trade and you find that it's too late, hold your fire, because in forex market there's always a retracement in M1, a lot of retracement in M1 because the time frame is very small. All right, so you can just hold it. Okay, if you are encountering a lot of problems like this, okay, I guess maybe you are actually in the state of FOMO. Okay, you are in the state of FOMO. Okay, just get rid of the FOMO. All right, and I believe you will do bad. You will do great. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Next, I just answer one English. Let me answer another Mandarin one. Okay. 好了，那么在这里 那这个是叫什么零是吗？I don't know. OK，零应该是这样的哈，LIN 零OK，好的，零 OK，好。那么零的问题，这里有一个问题呢，零来自马来西亚，OK，人在 Switzerland 哦，在 Switzerland 哦，你在 Switzerland 哦，OK，好啊，瑞士哈，好，那个你的问题就是，好，那1小时的那个方向还没搞很清楚，所以可以再解释一次吗？OK，可以，OK，这个哈。好了，这个一小时里面呢，OK，这一小时里面呢，基本上呢，我们按照图形来说的话，哈，按照图形来说，如果有红点，许蓝线是在白线的下面啊，OK，许蓝线在白线下面，OK，那么呢，在这一段里面呢，有一个新的压力啊，这个重要啊，你就一定要有一个绿色、红色蜡烛，绿红红啊，绿色、红色，然后呢，这个红点出现。OK，然后呢，你整体看回来的时候是一个 V 字嘛，这个就是说它推到的时候呢是有到之前的压力位置，然后呢许蓝线在白线下面，然后开始呢形成绿红红，OK， 这样的话就非常好，OK， 这个就会非常好的哈，好的 ，OK， 是的 ，OK，Good，啊。OK， 好的，还，Alright. So the next question in English now. Alright, the next question in English. Okay. Uh, apart from reading the chart in M5. Okay, M5 to determine the strength. Okay, if the if the red dot and candle is actually retracing up on the white line, up on the up above the white line or on the white line. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, so 大家听一下这样看If the M5 aqua cuts white, okay, that's the new strength with pink arrow coming down. Okay, and when aqua cuts below the purple line and the candle are still falling below the aqua line. Okay, so that means to say the trading volume is still trading below the aqua line. That shows that whenever they retrace and near to the aqua line, it will still go down because this is formed as a part of a resistance. At that point of time, the volume to the as in short selling volume. Okay, happens that if the candle candles hitting on the white line here and above the aqua line, you have to be careful. Okay, it may be a signal that the changing of the intraday strength is taken into place. Okay, so this part here, it may be a U-turn turning up for a buy. Okay, so this part, if you're hitting on this part here, if the candle is still hitting on and started to have resistance on the white line and coming back, then it's still fine. You can still continue to hold the trade. Okay, you can still continue to hold the trade. Okay, all right. I hope I answer your questions here. OK， 好，老师，我想请问你昨天是不是在马六甲？哇，这个问题就不回复你了哈。OK，这个不关外汇的哈。OK，好了，那么来，还有吗？我再看另外一个。好嘞，这个看一下哈。往往在一般的情况下做空的时候，为什么不能在支撑位置做空？因为看着它到支撑位置的时候，已经是很靠近要突破了，为什么不做空呢 ？OK， 在这里如果你在支撑位置上做空比如说在这里OK， 我说做一个比喻在这里，如果它在这里开始下来的时候，对不对？在这里开始往下跌的时候呢，其实很强烈的被支撑着，好不好？被支撑着。那么呢，有支撑，底下已经有很多钱在支撑着，所以你需要很大量的资金来能突破。 所以对我知道有的时候会突破，对不对？不过呢，如果我们是从上面进单来到这里的话，我当然会等它突破啦。可是如果我是在这里要进单子的话呢，我是不会等它突破的啊，因为我就变成是在后面，上面的人已经来到支撑，已经开始慢慢放掉、放掉、放掉了，放手了，已经 TP 了，开始收钱了，不要去等它突破了，你懂吗？所以呢，那个做空的量呢，可能就会在那个时候减少，那么呢，就会变成这样回调。本来是在突破嘛，这个下影线刚才是红色蜡烛，本来要突破，对不对？结果呢，它回调上去了，因为上面的人看到了支撑，就开始慢慢放手了。一开始放手，是不是做的量变少，反而变做多就变多？这样的话呢，就会回调了，很危险。你在这边就等于亏损，上面的人等他回来的时候才来 cut 掉那单的话，他还赚这里到这里的钱哦，所以不可以。OK， 好不好 ？Alright， OK，so yes 好了，Okay, I think it's about time. All right, so it's about time to say good night to all of you again. Yes, we keep it short unless you have question and no, 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 no. I'm going to stop the Q&A now. Usually you holding a Q&A for 15 minutes. Today you are late, so you should extend. Okay, yeah, I should extend, huh? Okay. All right, no, no, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you get what I meant by in the H4. Okay, that's how you actually can grab. Okay, but of course, you still need to apply all the basics. Okay, into the reading before you don't not just by adjusting yourself reading the H4 and just short it. Okay, that is not correct. Okay, so please take note about that. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Yep, that's right. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming in and 谢谢大家的支持，请大家再支持我一次好不好 ？OK， click on the take on bring on your mouse, your finger, click the like button, subscribe button, tap the bell, okay, so that I know my video deliver good content and I'll be very happy to share more with you. Okay. All right. So once again, I would like to invite all of you who are new to my channel. Okay. I will be holding a live session, another live session daily. Okay, in the GMT plus GMT plus 8. Okay, it's not EET. Sorry, I almost say EET. So it's GMT plus 8. Okay, GMT plus 8, 13 hours to 13:30. In between this timing, I will go live in my YouTube. Okay, to share with you my Forex planning with you, my Forex trading plan, so that everybody will get a clear direction what you're going to trade for that session and when to enter for a trade. And I'll be sharing, I'll be doing it live, applying what I have shared today. Okay, almost every night. Okay, so yeah, I hope to see you guys all there. All right. So remember to ring up the bell. That's important because some of you actually says that you don't get the notifications. Okay, so yeah, because you didn't ring up the bell, sign into your Gmail account so that you can subscribe and ring up the bell in YouTube because Gmail, Google, they are one big family with YouTube. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, and I shall say good night to all of you. Shall see you tomorrow during my Forex trading plan. All right. Thank you so much, guys. See you again. Good night.